Guys, we are back with another video. We are on Black Ops Cold War, throwing it back a few years on this one instead of, 12 like Black Ops 2. But ironically enough, we're actually starting off in the same spot map-wise and even like position on the map that we did in the last video. So on that note, with the last video, it was kind of a negative one, but it was why COD is dying. And in this one, we're doing a total 180. It's going to be why COD isn't dying. So I want to play devil's advocate, kind of touch base on both points of view. Gonna hit maybe 3 or so topics, maybe 4, but they're gonna be kind of big ones. So sit back, relax, and I hope you guys enjoy the video. First point is money. I know what you're thinking. What do you mean money? The game makes money. The game is a freaking cash cow, and the fact that it makes a ton of money is indisputable. You cannot deny that. Hate the game or love it, you can't deny it. And we're limited on what we can discuss with Modern Warfare 3. We can only go with hypotheticals, really. But because they've been kind of slow with getting the data out for this game, at least publicly. But Modern Warfare 2, if you go back and look at that one for MW 2022, I think it was, it pulled in 3 days, according to like 3 different websites I looked up. In 3 days, it topped the all-time record for Call of Duty sales for in that short amount of time for a game selling, which was over $800 million with an M. That's a lot of zeros. Like, that's insane. In 10 days, it topped $1 billion with a B. You heard that right, $1 billion. And that's crazy considering because Modern Warfare 2 eventually became the most hated Call of Duty besides, I think it was Infinite Warfare, which I never played. I was playing Black Ops 2 for like 4 or 5 years after it came out. But behind Infinite Warfare and arguably Vanguard, Modern Warfare 2 and now MW3, they're all in the top like 5 hated games. But it's crazy because MW2 was such a hyped game coming from 2019's Modern Warfare revamp. That game was huge because it revamped the entire, not just Modern Warfare trilogy, but revamped Call of Duty as a whole. And by that, I mean, it's just every game after that has had kind of a, I mean, granted, before I say this, every game besides 2 after that are Modern Warfare games. I mean, we've had 2 of them back to back with MW 2022 and then Modern Warfare 2023. So it's kind of unfair to say that, I suppose, but even Cold War still felt different. Vanguard I didn't play, so I can't speak on that one, but it changed the franchise as a whole in the aspect of it made it more realistic and honestly sweatier. I mean, Warzone even came out, which was just groundbreaking. It was huge. The gameplay, the gunplay, everything about Modern Warfare 19 changed the game. It changed not just like the video game, but the game as in Call of Duty. It was huge. In fact, Modern Warfare 19, according to a different website I saw, earned in the year that it was active between, I think it was October of 2019 to September of 2020. I mean, it's still active now, but that was the main run cycle. It earned over $1 billion. It earned, I think, 30 million sales across all platforms. That's insane. Huge. But love the game or hate it, that was a massive just change to Call of Duty. And with that being said, we're going to go ahead and move on to the next topic, which is, I'm going to title it COD Boomers. And I know that's a weird thing to call it, but I'm going to call anybody that played Call of Duty in the golden age, which was, in my own opinion, from like 2009 to maybe 2013, arguably. I say it's 2012, though. We're going to go with anybody that played it even before then, just from COD 1, which is like 20 years ago. That's insane. But I wasn't even old enough to know what a video game was back then, personally. But from COD 1 up until maybe 2014, like Advanced Warfare era, those are COD boomers. Now, including myself, I'll put myself in that category. The reason why I call COD boomers that is anybody who played that back then hates the game now. And they hate what it came into. It's just, again, I'm not making this video negative, but it's a fact. It's what COD boomers are. They don't like it. Same thing as boomers don't like Generation Z, right? And it's a weird and kind of comparison there, but it's true. There are a lot of reasons to kind of understand why boomers feel that way about the current state of the game. If you want to look into it, it's not a negative video, but the link to the other one for why COD's dying is in the description of this one, so feel free to go check it out. But I'm just going to say one thing, which is the game now, for why it's not dying, is it's attracting a different crowd, which isn't bad necessarily unless you ask a COD boomer. But it's attracting the sweaty crowd. And the game has always been, in my own opinion, not fast paced, but it's not slow. It's like a perfect medium. And all the way up until 2019 with slide canceling and ADHD, why, everything else like that. Especially with the game now, Modern Warfare 3. I personally don't like it. I've said that before. I know a lot of you guys don't like it, but that's not to say that other people don't. Everybody has their own taste. Everyone has their own flavor for what they like and what they don't. And I think that's honestly not a bad thing if you can have an open mind going into it, that other people like different things. And it's attracting a new audience. It's attracting the next generation of gamers. And if COD's not dying and they can keep it alive, maybe some people need to stop playing. That's hard to say. The game should accommodate for everybody, but that's kind of looking at it cup half full, you know, really positive aspect on it. That being said, going into number 3, which I'm going to refer to as consistent content. Now, I don't mean microtransactions because that falls in the first category of the game is a freaking cash cow. It makes money. But by that, I mean the game is always coming out with another game every single year. Everybody knows that. It's not going to change. At least there's been talk that it might to like a game every 2 years for further development. I don't think that'll ever happen. They make too much money. They're too greedy. But the game is always coming out with different content. So if you get sick of this one, maybe you only prefer Treyarch, maybe you only prefer Infinity Ward for whatever reason. But it comes out with new content every year. I mean, if you don't like something about the game, there's going to be a new one in a year. You can just quit, go play XDefiant or whatever game that you want to play, or Battle Royale, you know? Focus on something else. The game is always going to have something else. There's a wide variety, and it's never changing, never going to stop doing it. It's this year's Black Ops 6, and I know a lot of people that have stopped playing the game that they're going to come back for Black Ops 6. So I know that was a lot to touch base on, guys, between the game being a moneymaker, COD boomers, and content never stopped coming out for the game, but those are the 3 biggest reasons to me, which I'm sure there's more, but the 3 biggest to me as to why COD isn't dying. So I know, like I said, kind of contradicting the last video, going total 180, but we got to keep an open mind here. We got to hit it as devil's advocate and look at it from both perspectives, because there's always another one. I feel like that's an issue with today's world, is nobody looks at it from the other party's perspective. Everybody has different feelings, and everybody needs to understand that, so everybody can honestly be more reasonable, I guess is the right word for that, maybe. We only have about a minute left in this video, guys, but I do really want to say thank you so much for watching my content. Keep coming back to me. I cannot tell you how much I appreciate that. If you're not subbed yet, be sure to sub, because we have the 500 subscriber giveaway coming out soon. It's going to be for a console, so be sure to hit that subscribe button. Check out the next video coming out. It's going to be the Ascension 2 montage, re-edited, revamped. Super excited for that one. Be on the lookout for that this weekend. And lastly, I'm going to be doing some live gameplay commentaries coming out, maybe 2 a month. There's definitely going to be a camera coming up as well, so a little live cam in the bottom corner of the videos coming up in the future, but be sure to be on the lookout for that, guys. So again, thank you so much for coming back, watch my content. We'll see you in the next one, boys. Peace.